Isn't it strange? When you were chasing them, they felt distant, cold, confused, emotionally unavailable. But the moment you finally start healing, the moment you stop checking your phone every minute, they come back, a message, a reaction, a random excuse to reconnect. And suddenly, your peace gets interrupted again. So why does this happen? Why do some people return exactly when you finally move on? Let's go deeper. Most people think this is coincidence, but psychologically, there's often more happening underneath. First, people feel emotional energy shifts more than they realize. When you're emotionally attached to someone, your energy focuses on them constantly. You chase, you seek reassurance, you emotionally pursue connection, and ironically, that can create emotional pressure, especially for emotionally avoidant people. Now imagine this. The moment you stop chasing, something changes. Your attention withdraws, your emotional energy shifts back toward yourself. The pressure disappears, and suddenly, the other person feels your absence emotionally. Now here's something important. Humans often notice value more strongly when access changes. Not because feelings magically appeared overnight, but because emotional certainty disappeared. When someone believes they'll always be there, they may unconsciously stop appreciating the connection fully. But once they feel distance, their attention returns. Now let's go deeper. Some people also come back because your moving on activates their ego emotionally. Not always love, not always deep realization, sometimes it's discomfort. The idea that you no longer need them emotionally. And for people who attached part of their self-worth to your attention, that shift affects them psychologically. Now here's the deeper truth. People often return when they sense emotional detachment, because emotional absence creates curiosity. Especially if the relationship was emotionally intense. Your silence suddenly says more than your attention ever did. Now let's take it one level deeper. Avoidant people especially struggle with emotional distance, paradoxically. When closeness feels available, they pull away, but when someone emotionally detaches, safety disappears. And suddenly, their suppressed emotions rise to the surface. That's why some people only realize their feelings fully after losing access to you emotionally. Now here's what makes this dangerous. A return does not always mean transformation. Many people come back because they miss attention, comfort, familiarity, emotional validation. But missing your presence is not always the same as being ready for healthy connection. Now what can you do? First, don't let someone's return erase the reasons they left emotionally. Patterns matter more than temporary emotions. Second, pay attention to behavior after the return. Did they actually change, or are they recreating the same emotional cycle again? And third, understand this clearly. Moving on is powerful, not because it makes people return, but because it reconnects you with yourself again. Now here's something powerful. Sometimes people come back when you move on because your emotional absence finally forces them to feel what they avoided before. But real love is not about leaving and returning repeatedly. Real connection requires consistency, emotional maturity, and effort that exists even when things become emotionally real. So if someone suddenly returns after you finally started healing, don't only focus on the comeback. Look at the pattern behind it, because sometimes people return not when they're ready to love you better, but when they finally feel the emotional space you left behind. If you want to understand relationships and human behavior on a deeper level, subscribe. Because sometimes the timing of people's actions reveals more than their words ever could. New videos every day on YouTube.